Hi, it's Sherry, and today we are going to start off with making some really cute cactus earrings. So the first thing that you're going to need is I got this really pretty like a mint green Primo clay, and then I also got this silver glitter clay. I wanted to make these a little bit more fancier than normal, and that's why I'm going with the glitter. And then we're also going to need some of these little shiny gemstone heat seal beads. So to begin, take your mint green clay, roll out a small slice to your thickest setting, and then roll out another one to your thinnest setting, and then you're going to also do your glitter silver on your thickest setting. Okay, so I picked out 3 different size cutters, and I want these to kind of be a little bit different. All right, so these are going to be like my cactus leaves. So I'm going to cut out 2 of each of these. And this is a really simple set of earrings, so it doesn't take long and they're not difficult to do. Okay, and put that off to the side. Take your thin one, and then we're going to use a little cactus. These are called micro cutters. And then just want 2 of these. Put that off to the side. And just be careful with those because they are thin, so you don't want them to break. And then get your glitter clay, and then I just picked out, this is a flower, but it's kind of abstract, and I like things that are a little bit different. So that's why I went with this one, but you could pick any flower out that you want. Now with the glitter ones, I'm going to put these right onto tile. And I'm actually going to set it up the way that I want to hang these right away. So, okay. And I'm going to take my little cactuses, and I'm going to set these on here. Where's my little... And then press down. Okay. And carefully lift up your other pieces. Okay. Now you're going to get your bigger one. Smooth out the edges. When you smooth out the edges, it'll save you a lot of time on sanding afterwards. And I'm going to place this here because I know that's where I want that. This one's got a few little cracks in it. I don't like that, so I'm just going to do another one. Okay. I'm going to put this one on the side here. I'm going to get my small one. And I know I'm going to want that one right there. Okay. Do the same on the other side. And this time I'm going to put the big one on the opposite side. Okay. So once you have them placed where you like them, then you can move on to the next step. And I'm going to take this is a fish aquarium filter. So anything that could make marks you're going to use. And I'm just going to press down and make some marks into the green clay. Don't press too hard because you don't want to flatten them out, but you want to make sure you're pressing just hard enough to make texture onto your clay piece. So I hope you can see what that did. Okay, now I'm going to take my tiniest little beads here. I'm actually going to set them in a lid so I don't lose them. And then I'm just going to start placing my little gems all over. You don't have to press anything down right away. Just kind of get a general idea how you want them to go on. When you're doing this, we want to keep in mind where our holes are going to go for us to attach these pieces. So don't put no gems in those areas. Okay, once you're happy with what you got, now you're just going to take your finger and just lightly press them down. Make sure that they are secure on here. You could do it with your finger or you could take a ball tool. I like to use my finger because I feel like I have more control over how much pressure I'm putting onto my piece. If you feel like you want to use the ball tool for extra, it's fine. Just don't press too hard. You don't want to bury your gem into your piece completely. Okay. So the last step before we bake our pieces is we're going to take our little hole puncher, and I like to make sure that my pieces are cleaned out. So I'll take a tool like this, I'm not sure what they call this, and then I just press all the old clay out. And then this way I know I'm going to get a clean hole every time. All right, so the first one I want to do is right at the bottom. Make sure you are not getting too close to the edge, because then you risk the chance of actually breaking your piece. I know. Let me see. Pull that up a little bit. I want that to go over so I know. Okay, so I did a hole here and here right underneath each other, and then I got those one linked up and those ones linked up. Okay, so do the same thing on the other side. So now we're going to put this in the oven at the recommended temperature. On the Primo, it's always 275, and I'm going to put this in for a ½ hour, and then when they're done baking, we'll come back and we will assemble everything. Alright guys, so now our piece is out of the oven. It's completely cooled off. So the next step before we assemble and cure everything, we are going to add the back of our earrings on to here. So I want to make sure that my earrings are completely 100% secure. So I have my adhesive clay, and I'm just going to put a small little dot on. And then I'm just going to take some of my, oh, actually, let's get our silver, sorry. Let's get our silver clay, because we want it to blend in nicely. And I'm just going to take a little bit, and I'm going to add it right over on top of that liquid clay, okay? And I'm going to take the back of my earring, oops, come on, honey. And I'm going to kind of press it into there. All right. Make sure it's on there. And then I'm going to put more clay, liquid clay. Oops, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to take my dotting tool, and I'm just going to take this clay and kind of build up onto my post, because I don't want my post to come loose. So I want to make sure that it is covered in my clay, and there's no way it could fall off. And there's easier ways of doing this. I just haven't tried them all, but I have seen other people do them differently, and I would like to eventually venture around to trying them. I'm just blending and pushing my clay down to flatten it. Make sure I didn't get that hole. There we go. And that should and will hold your earring, or hold your post securely where it could never come off. Okay, so let me do the next one. Okay, so now I'm going to put this in the oven for 15 minutes, and then we can assemble our piece. Okay guys, so my posts are completely set now, and everything came out really wonderful. I am super excited about how nice these look. I have decided that I am going to put a little bit of UV resin on here, and that'll just help, you know, make sure that these little gemstones, even though they're heat seal, I want to make sure they never can come off. So I like to use this Tiny Pandora Deep Shine brush on when I don't want something to be too thick. So the first thing you're going to do is just put a little bit on, and you just brush it on. That's it. Quick, simple, and very, very quick. And I'm going to keep everything right on my tile. This way I can just stick it right under my UV. I'm just trying to keep everything very thin on here, because I do not want it thick. So once you're happy with the UV, or with the resin, once you're happy with the resin and you like what you see, put it under the UV for a couple minutes, and then we can assemble. Okay, so after a couple minutes, these are completely dry. Just going to carefully take these apart. There we go. I'm just going to take this and just kind of sand the edge of where that was laying to make sure it's nice and smooth. Oops. So now time to assemble everything. First, we always want to make sure that our holes are open because sometimes we get the resin in there. So I just like to go from the back end and push. See, there was a little bit of resin in there and it popped right out. Oops. And that way I know my hole is clear. Okay, so now we know our holes are open and we're going to get our jump rings. That's the size that I chose because I think that will be large enough that I only need to do one jump ring through each area. So I'm going to take my pieces, set them together. If you're unsure, we can try, if you like something a little bit tighter. I do have a smaller size, but I think these might be a little too small, but we'll try them and see what we think. It might be perfect. I don't know. And I actually do like the smaller ones better. So we will use the smaller ones. Put the large ones off to the side. Oops. And let's see if these are going to be large enough for the tops. And look, oops. Look how adorable that is, guys. I absolutely love these. I think these came out so cute. Let's put our other ones together. Remember, since we did the large one on this side, we want to go opposite this time. And just stick it in the hole. And there we go. And there are our earrings, which I am very pleased with. I think these are fun, and I just love the sparkle on them. I hope you guys enjoyed making these earrings with me. I think they're a lot of fun. I really enjoyed making these. And If you did, please give me a thumbs up, follow, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.